We're just in front of the support line, and this is where the wire obstacles would have been. The wire is intended to keep the enemy away, theoretically keep them far enough away that they can't just throw a grenade into the trench. So there would have been a belt of barbed wire in front of us, starting about 20 yards from where I'm standing and being about 10 yards deep. Now, on the inside of that, you have this little ditch feature which runs just in front of the trench. Now, this is referred to as sunken wire. And what happened is they would take barbed wire, put it on low posts, and crisscross it. So it's much like the idea of when people are playing football and they're running through the tire obstacle. This is meant to trip the enemy up as they get close to the trench. And also it can't be seen. It can't be seen by them as they approach. It also can't be seen by enemy artillery observers, so they won't know if it's been cut or not. So then the aim is, if I'm the enemy now approaching, I have to get down into this. I might get tripped up, and there's 5 guys in this firing bay who are shooting at me. So instead of me towering over them as I get up to this trench, I've actually been reduced in height, and it puts my chest right in front of the muzzles of their rifles for that final round of shots as I get close to the trench system. So it's a very effective way of giving them a little bit of a morale boost as the enemy gets closer to the trench system. Now at night, you would have to get out of the trench to repair these things if they'd been damaged by artillery fire. So again, out here, 20 yards away from the security of this trench, you'd be out here pounding posts, turning wire off reels, making quite a bit of noise, and then hoping against hope that this would not be heard. If it was heard, the Germans would send a flare up to try and see where you were, and if they see you, they're going to direct machine gun and artillery fire onto this position. Now, it's better to be doing that here than in the front line trench because you're a bit further from the Germans, but still a terrifying experience. And if you hear a flare, they make sort of a noise when they're shot, so you can hear the flare going into the air. If you can get onto the ground before it goes off, that's the right thing to do. But if the flare lights, you just have to freeze, because the thing that's seen most at night is movement. And so you can imagine standing with a 10-pound sledge that you've been using to pound wire pickets, hearing that flare go off, you don't get to ground, and then you have to stand there for 15 or 30 seconds while that white light is going, circling above you, and just hoping against hope that the guys looking out across no man's land are not actually going to see you standing there and start shooting at you. Pretty terrifying experience.